One ticket for the bandwagon, please. I am fully accepting the fact that I'm a sheep. I am embracing the fad because this is happening. I know. Everybody and their dog is talking about this. And, you know, we're actually going to try it and see how it goes. So for those of you that don't know, or perhaps are equally as late to the party, such as myself, this is the life-changing magic of tidying up. It's a kind of a self-help organizing type book that is kind of sweeping the nation. Honestly, I think this came out like last year. So naturally, I am super late to this party. But as we were kind of packing things up and making our home ready for these repairs that we had going on, like with the flooring and all the water stuff, you all know the drill. You know what happened. I decided, like, we have too much stuff. Like, there's so much stuff in our home. It's stifling and it makes me like super claustrophobic. So I had no idea where to start, and I had heard so many people talking about this, not only on YouTube, but also like friends that I have. And I thought, okay, let's try it. Obviously, people wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't work or if it didn't speak to them in some way. So I bought it about 2 months ago. I read it, and I will be completely honest with you, I am totally motivated and inspired to get my life under control. So this whole KonMari method that is discussed in this book, basically watered down, the bare bones of this method is that you only keep things in your home that make you happy, like that bring utter joy to you. There's a system of going through your home and kind of like purging things and making sure that you're only keeping things in your home that make you happy. And if you do that, you are thereby making your home a happy, relaxing, fulfilling space, which really, really speaks to me, especially since we've had so much stress in this home over the last 3 months with the water break that we had and then the home repairs that we had to do. This book totally spoke to me in the sense that your home should be a sanctuary, your home should make you happy, and your home should be the place where you feel at one, and that where you feel the happiest and where you feel most at ease. And right now, that is not the case. Right now, I definitely feel super stressed in my home. I feel trapped in my home. I feel claustrophobic in my home. And I'm constantly like finding any way, shape, or form to get out of it. I think this will be a really good experience. And I really wanted to share it with you guys simply because I wanted to have a record of it for myself. And B, I thought it might actually help somebody out there, because I feel like I cannot be the only person who has these thoughts and feelings about being a stay-at-home mom, about being a housewife, and being the home keeper. I feel like I can't be the only one that has these feelings. So I thought, let's take it, let's bite the bullet and expose all of my inner secrets, all of my deep thoughts, and maybe hopefully finding connection with other people that feel the same way, or at least are like trying to cope with it. So this is a really interesting book. I highly recommend everybody picking it up because it is extremely motivating as far as like getting the gumption to clean. And I feel like it has some really interesting things and an interesting way of finding out who you are as a person. So not only do I think it's an interesting format to clean your home and an interesting approach in purging the things that you have, but I also feel like it's an interesting self-help book because she mentions a lot of things in this book about knowing what truly makes you happy, or at least discovering what truly makes you happy, and finding that like thing in your life that makes you shine, whether it's a hobby or a job or things in your home. Like, I just feel like this book has a really interesting message on finding out who you are as a person. And I feel like as a mom and as like a housewife, that to me personally is very hard to figure out because I have so many hats and so many responsibilities that I have in my home, from cleaning to raising my son to supporting my husband to running a household. Like, it becomes like who I am as a person, like my own personal self-identity becomes blurred with some of my responsibilities. And I, for one, have never felt, and again, this is kind of getting probably really deep into my psyche, but whatever. I'm gonna just lay it all out there. I'm laying it all out there for you guys. Right now in my life, I feel like I'm really not like stay-at-home mom material. I don't enjoy it. I definitely do not relish or take joy in cleaning my home, in doing the laundry, in like running a household, I do not take pride in that, and I don't really enjoy it. I feel like there's more to me than being a mom, than being a wife. I feel like I have a greater potential than that, or at least I don't find it as fulfilling as maybe other people do, which is totally fine. I think that it's my personal thing that I'm not finding like true satisfaction in being a mom. And I feel like I just need to find my right balance of things. So the first part that you do in this book is to kind of come up with your reasons behind like why you want to tidy. Basically, she asks you the question like, why did you pick up this book? What were you hoping to gain from this book? And really think about it and really come up with like your vision of what your perfect living scenario would be. So here is my perfect living scenario and what I hope to gain from this book. My main goal with all of this and like the vision I have is I want a clutter-free home because I want to be able to have time to do the things that I love, like my hobbies and my interests, and not feel ashamed or and not feel guilty for like not fulfilling the responsibilities I have around my home. So for example, I want to have time for YouTube. I want to be able to film and edit and do all the things that I love to do with YouTube and feel like I'm not shirking my home responsibilities. So there's so many times when I'm like, okay, I want to film today, and I film, and then the instant I film, I realize, like I film a video, and the instant I film a video, I realized, oh, I should have like cleaned up my room. I should have done the dishes instead. I should have done the laundry. I should have vacuumed instead. And so I don't, and then I feel guilty about indulging in my hobbies. And so I feel like that's a bad thing because my hobbies make me happy. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing them. And so I feel like I shouldn't have those feelings of like resentment for my hobbies, that I shouldn't be maybe I shouldn't be happy, or I shouldn't be like doing these things because I have more important things around the home that need to be done, like the dishes or vacuuming or mopping or whatever. So I think that was kind of my main motivation with all of this, is I want to be able to have a clutter-free home that makes it possible for me to indulge in my hobbies without feeling guilty about shirking my responsibilities around the home. One of the main reasons that this is happening is because we have too much stuff. Like there's literally too much stuff. And I feel like once, and she talks about this in her book, once you've purged enough, like things start clicking around your home and it becomes manageable. So my theory is we have too much that I feel like is manageable for me to do. I'm really excited to try this simply because I feel like it's going to really kind of open things up for me as far as like what really makes me happy. Maybe dealing with some of my past history problems, which is something she talks about in her book as well, that like the purge is so incredibly important because it helps you kind of, and this is where she gets into like the whole like life-changing aspect, because purging is making you face your past. And it's making you face some of the anxieties or fears you may have for the future. It makes you face those fears or face those issues and forces you to deal with it, which I know I'm not good at. I am not good at facing or letting go of the past. I am definitely not good about being calm and at ease about the future. And so I feel like this is going to be a really good system, or at least a really good experience for me, because I think I've got some stuff that I need to work through in regards to my past, which will probably come out as I continue on with this video series that hopefully will help other people as well. The first step of the method is to purge things. Like you have to throw away things that don't make you happy. So the way you do this is you go by category, you start by categories, you pull everything out of that category and put it on the floor, and then you hold each category, and if you hold each item, you have to physically pick it up and hold it. And if it makes you happy, you keep it. If you don't feel happy holding it, or if it doesn't bring joy to you, then it's time to discard it. The first category is clothes. And so I'm going to be pulling out all of my clothes. I'm going to be putting them on the floor, and I'm going to actually try like doing this. So I'm going to show you everything I have. I'm going to show you where all my clothes are. And she says it's very important that you pull out every single piece of clothing. So jackets, winter wear, seasonal wear, everything. Everything must be out on the floor that you wear. So I'm going to show you everything I have, and I'm going to get started on this because I'm actually really excited. So this is going to be good. Let me show you what I got. This is our closet. This is my half of the closet, and this is Chaz's half of the closet. I have all of my shirts and like dresses down here. I've got like this whole like storage system in the middle full of stuff. I have lots of clothes on the floor because I am notorious for throwing my clothes on the floor when I'm done getting dressed or whatever, or when I'm getting like undressed at the end of the day. Obviously I have some clothes piled up over here as well. I have some new clothes that I just bought down here, which, I mean, that's really great, Juanita. Just treat your new clothes like like that. I also have some dresser drawers. I have this drawer here full of underwear. I have this drawer here that has more underwear. I have a drawer down here full of stuff. I have some of our clean laundry because she said it was really important to clean all of your laundry and have all of the laundry done. That way you have like all of your clothes. I also have a sleeping puppy, which is super cute. So I've got my dirty clothes, and then I have 2 tubs of clothes from my storage room. So the first tub that I have here is all maternity clothes and like small pants, like pants that no longer fit me. And we'll get to that in a minute. And then this tub here this is embarrassing, but these are all of my pre-pregnancy clothes. So I have always been a larger girl. I've always been on the hefty side. I've always been overweight. I've always been like obese. And so when Chaz and I got married, I really started working out more. I started running more because obviously I wanted to look my best for my wedding day. I was able to lose like, I want to say 30 or 40 pounds for my wedding day. So I was like a size 8 around the time we got married, which was like the smallest I've ever been. So I call this my wishful thinking tub. Because I held on to a lot of my pre-pregnancy clothes simply because I always had this thought that I'm gonna get back to that size again someday, that I will be able to like lose all of my baby weight and be able to be a size 8 again. And so all of these clothes that you see here in this tub are all of my favorite clothes that I had when I was that size. And I feel like that's gonna be the hardest to go through because I don't think I'm ever really gonna be that size again, to be honest. I have always battled losing weight. It's hard for me to get the motivation to like make myself go to the gym. It's just really, really difficult for me. So that is going to be a very, very hard tub for me to go through because I know I'm probably gonna get rid of most of that stuff. And I don't know, it's gonna be rough. So I have 2 storage bins of clothing from downstairs. I've got a dresser behind me full of stuff and a whole closet full of stuff as well. I need to go pull out my winter coats from the closet in the living room and like all my jackets. I'm gonna pile them all here on the floor here, and I will get back to you when I'm all done doing that. So I just pulled everything out and it's on the floor. And I'm not gonna lie, my heart is racing. I'm getting really sweaty. And yeah, my pulse is racing. Like there's a lot. It's a lot. There it all is. Like those are all of my clothes. Everything. Like the closet is empty. The dressing room is empty. Or the dresser is empty. Those storage bins are empty, like it's all there, and like I'm out of breath, and like I said, my heart is racing, and it's making me really uncomfortable looking at all of these clothes. But I feel like that's why I need to be doing this. Like, that's why I need to be doing this. So, yeah, so I have to go through, hold every single item, and see if it sparks joy in me. I'm gonna try and like calm myself down first because I'm really, really upset about this. Not like scared, mad, angry, just like really anxious and nervous. Like I feel like I've got a lot of, like I feel the pressure and the stress right now. So I think I just need to like take a break, kind of calm myself down before I go in to start doing this, because I feel like I need to have a calm sense of self before I start Because yeah, I'm panicking right now. Okay guys, this is where it's starting to get hard, and I knew this was gonna happen. I'm really struggling with this dress right here. A whole lot. This dress has an insane amount of sentiment to me. My friends were getting married, and it was one of my first like closest friends to get married. And so I bought this dress to go to their wedding And at the time, Chaz and I were dating, like we were just barely starting to date. I bought this dress to impress Chaz because I really, really liked him, and I really, really wanted to impress him at this wedding, and so I bought this for him. And then later, when we actually started dating, his parents gave him a gift certificate to like a steakhouse, and so we dressed up. And this was the dress that I wore to like our very first like super formal like date. It doesn't necessarily bring me joy. I think what I'm battling with are sentimental feelings behind it. Feelings of, you know, first love, of experiences that I never had in high school, of finally being like the girl that's being like pursued and dating. Because I never had any boyfriends in high school. I never went on dates in high school. Chaz was my first boyfriend. He was my first date. He was my first kiss. And so I feel like that's probably why I'm really struggling with this, because it's a symbol of everything, like just a really important time in my life. And so I just, but I don't know. I think it might be time to let it go. I have to really think, like, is there joy behind what I'm feeling? And I don't think so. I think it's reminiscent. It's remembering. It's remembering good times. And I feel like the fact that I can't wear it is a problem. I'm not at that stage in my life anymore. I will most likely get rid of this, but I think I might have to spend some time with it before I do. So I'm gonna put it on the back burner for right now, kind of make some more progress with this and see what happens. So, okay, let's get back into this. 30 minutes from when I first started, and I'm actually making some significant progress. So that is my giveaway pile right there. That is all the stuff that I'm getting rid of. This is the pile of stuff that I still need to go through, and this is everything that I'm keeping. So this is all the stuff that I really, 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 really want to keep because it brings me happiness, and I love the way I feel in it. That was the gauge that I was using for most of this stuff, was how do I feel when I wear it? And a lot of the things, it was also like, does it make me smile the instant I pick it up? I'm noticing between a lot of this that it's a lot of like bright neon colors. And like, if you look at that pile over there, it's a lot of like dark muted colors. So that also is kind of helping me to kind of figure out that like I really like bright things. And so that's helping me kind of make decisions a little bit better. I haven't really had any like emotional breakdowns like I did with the dress that is still sitting behind me right there, because I still can't face the music on that one just yet. But I have gone through like other dresses that I really, really adored when I was smaller. But I haven't gotten, and I've accepted like I will move on. I don't need those anymore. However, so I have like 5 or 6 dresses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of these dresses that I can't fit into them, but I love them. Do I have goals of fitting into them one day? Sure, absolutely, of course. But how realistic am I that I'm actually gonna get down to those sizes again? Because honestly, to get into half of these dresses, I'd probably have to lose like 10 pounds. To get into like these top 2 here, like this blue one and the heart one, I'd probably have to lose anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds to get in there. So I don't know. So I'm finished. I've gone through everything, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a little alarming of how much I'm getting rid of. So on the bed is everything I want to keep, and then this mountain back here, that's everything I'm giving away. Like that's all done. Like I don't want it anymore. That took me like an hour and a half, and I think I made significant progress. Like I did it. I've done it all. And I think in regards to that dress, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Like it's done. I think we're moving on. It's all about moving on. It's accepting who you are in the present. It's finding your happiness in the present. And so I am definitely going to be donating that dress. It's the end of an era. I think I'm okay. It's not like I'm like dead inside, like I feel nothing. I'm content with the idea of giving it away. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I think that's it, and I feel really good. Like, I feel like I'll feel better when I put everything in my closet, because it honestly still looks like a lot. Like, it does really look like a lot of stuff. But what I'm more proud of is all of that. Well, and that. I'm super proud of that. Look how cute you are. Hello, Mr. Chips. You look so cute. But no, I'm actually quite pleased with this. Good job, Anita. I feel really good about myself. Like, I feel really good. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I feel like accomplished. I feel like I'm moving forward, and I'm finally like moving on from this stuff here. That's one of the things that I've been struggling with the most recently, is just kind of like, I keep clinging to the past. I keep wanting to be that person I was before I got married, or right when I got married, or whatever, who was like, you know, the skinniest I've ever been, the happiest I've ever been. And I think that's why I've been having struggles recently, is because I keep comparing myself now to who I was back then. And I really appreciate this method because it's forced me to say goodbye to that person. Yes, that was me. Yes, she was happy, but I can find new ways to be happy. I can find new ways to feel accomplished, and I need to let her go. That's not who I am anymore. I'm not, you know, a 20-something in college. I'm not newlywed anymore. Like, I need to find my happiness in my present state and not keep looking back to the past to make me happy. Like, or comparing that happiness to now. Like, I think that's what I've been struggling with the most, is like, I was so happy back then. Like, why am I not that happy now? Like, what has changed? I think it's because I keep comparing myself to the way I was before. I think I need to let that go. And this is helping me do that. This is helping me work through that process, which I feel like is really important because I'm a very physical person. I don't really like to like be stuck in my thoughts or like thinking in my head. Like, it's not a comfortable thing for me to do. Like, I hate meditation. I hate yoga. I hate like just sitting and zoning. Like, that's not me at all. I'm definitely a very visual, a very vocal, a very social person. And so doing this, like physically going through things and physically touching and tangibly going through my past, I think is really helping me emotionally. And so this is definitely helping me kind of reach those same conclusions that most people would do through meditation or through, you know, yoga or things like that. Whereas like, I can't do those things. Like, it just does not, my mind doesn't like it. Like, I personally can't do it. But this is helping. Like, I really feel like this could be my form of meditation for this period in my life, that going through this stuff and actually like coming face to face with some of these things, especially like that dress, like, I feel like that was a breakthrough for me. Like, being able to say goodbye to that dress, saying goodbye to that life, saying goodbye to those, like, to that past, like appreciating it for what it was, appreciating it for the feelings I felt, appreciating it for the person I was back then, but recognizing I'm not that person anymore today, and moving forward and accepting who I am today, accepting the body that I have today, accepting, you know, the personality that I have, the things that I enjoy. Like, they're different than when I was in high school or college. And so I don't know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. And I'm just happy. So I'm going to take a break. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Milo wants to go to the park, and we're going to go to the park for a little bit. And then I'm going to come home and start putting this stuff away. So when I get everything put away, whether or not it's today or maybe tomorrow, but I will let you, like, I will bring you back, basically. We will come back together when I put all of this stuff away. It will most likely be tomorrow, but we will take this journey together. So I'm going to go to the park, enjoy the sun, and kind of just bask in this feeling that I have right now, which is just contentment. And I don't know, it's a good feeling of just like, I'm okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. This is a good thing.